95.7 The Hog, the Morning Hog. Oh, well, let's see. It's Friday. It's happy hour. It's Bike Week. We're right on the front end of Bike Week, which goes way more than 7 days. And Josh from SR Parade is right there. Oh, but wait, Josh. You have special guests.
I do. I have Clyde and Joe from Yuengling.
Clyde and Joe from Yuengling. Yes. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. Yuengling in the house. Go figure that Yuengling and Bike Week would merge like this.
Yeah.
You know,
just for a little while now.
Who knew?
Right?
It's wonderful.
No, it's a mandatory part of Bike Week, right?
There you go.
Have ice cold Yuengling and enjoy all things Bike Week, and we're in it now. And this is
Speaking of which,
and you brought cold beers.
I did. I have the Yuengling Lager.
Okay.
And I have Yuengling Flight.
Oh.
What do you guys want to start with? Start with Flight.
So we're
All
gonna fly. I'm doing it. I'm in.
Yeah, at this point, I think everybody kind of knows Yuengling Lager, right? The traditional lager.
That's right.
Yuengling Flight is a newer option that they've come out with a couple years ago, and I'll kind of let Clyde talk about it for a second here.
Yeah. Let's hear about this beer.
Yeah, so Flight, right? It is 2.6 carbs, 95 calories.
Okay.
It's our version of like what a light beer can be.
Okay.
That's good.
You still get a big beer flavor, which
Right.
is awesome, but it's like guiltless with the carbs and the calories.
I like it a lot.
We love it.
And it's still 4.2% ABV, so it's going to get the job done.
Sure. And you're
That's
gonna have
killer.
you're gonna have long days for Bike Week. So you get a flight, you start going there. You can get some stuff done. You can go to several places.
Yeah.
I like the slogan on here: the next generation of light beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every year we have like a little bit different tagline. We've had Raise the Bar. This year our tagline is Pump Up the Volume.
Okay.
All right.
So like in the summer you'll see more stuff coming out with Flight. It's such a big push for us this year.
Yeah, and I'm sure like on the front edge of summer, this is a good time to familiarize yourself with the beers that can get you through a full day. Right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You want to maintain throughout
Right
the whole
there.
day if you want to enjoy all the
Do it.
festivities, right?
Yeah, when it's 100 degrees outside, this goes down super easy.
No kidding. And the beauty of the flight, of course, is that you can buzz around all around Daytona, right?
Right.
And see Yuengling everywhere.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the beauty of it.
Oh yeah.
I think it's quite literally everywhere right now.
Yeah.
We're doing some big events with some of the local retailers out there. I know Iron Horse for sure. I believe they're doing some sort of tattoo competition they've done the last few years.
Okay.
Obviously, you can always look towards our social media where we kind of listed out where the promo teams are going to be, and you can collect some swag and stuff like that. And have a good time,
Josh is talking about srparrot.com on Facebook.
on Facebook.
Curveball.
Should be able to find Instagram and
Yeah.
Twitter and all that
Right.
stuff too.
And of course, when you guys hit an event like this, it's got to be super cool because I mean everybody's already in a good mood. And then you come in and then you bring your beer.
Yeah, it's awesome.
even better.
Yeah, I mean, the lead up, right, of talking to the accounts ahead of time
Yeah.
is always a fun opportunity for us. But when people flood into the market for any type of event, it's awesome to interact with them as well.
Right.
So I'll be around on Friday a little bit,
Okay.
and it's going to be a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
I love seeing like a bunch of bottles, a bunch of cans, like all floating out there. So.
Yeah, this I would imagine from your perspective, this is like the perfect place. Obviously Sturgis and some other rallies like that have the same basic deal with a bunch of bars, a bunch of places to put your beer. But I mean, Daytona has its own signature on that too.
Oh, absolutely. And it's awesome to be in a place in March and it be 70, 80 degrees instead of 20 degrees.
What is it in Pennsylvania right now, for instance?
Yeah, it is not 70
not?
degrees in Pennsylvania.
Keeps the beers cold though up there. That's for sure. We
Well,
use
the
use
brewery's in
refrigerator.
Tampa too.
Oh, in Tampa,
We do
that's
have
right.
a
That's
new
right.
facility in Tampa opened up about a year ago.
Yeah.
And it's been doing great. If anybody gets a chance to go over to Tampa, see the brewery. There's a nice restaurant there.
Yeah.
That's also drives great sampling, right? And
Yeah. I would imagine when you were like looking at a place a location, it made a lot of sense. You're like, well, Tampa's warm, so let's go there.
Yeah,
Right,
so
right.
it is. The story goes that our owner is a big Phillies fan, went down for the spring training
Ah,
fantasy
really?
camp.
That
and,
makes sense.
There was an old Pabst brewery there by Busch Gardens, and he decided to go look at it and bought it on the spot. Went back to Pennsylvania and said, hey, I bought a brewery in Florida.
I love that story big time because that tells you that spring training freaking baseball
Yep.
can find you more Yuengling in Florida, right? I mean, spring training is not. It doesn't mean anything, right?
Well, that being said, Florida is now the number one state, past Pennsylvania.
Really?
It's number one Yuengling state.
Really?
Really? Hold on a second. Let's get some applause
There
on
you
that
go.
one. Let's give ourselves a hand.
That's good.
There's good drinking. People are doing a good job here in Florida.
Yeah.
And in this market, as you were talking about with Bike Week, which is great, we do get to sample people. We're still only in 25 or 26 states now. Mm-hmm. So as people, right, so not only the retailers, as Clyde was talking about, that we get to interact with this week, setting up, but when consumers come in from all over the country, it's great for them to sample.
I never thought about that, Josh.
Yeah.
Because we've had Yuengling on the show many times, but I never thought about the fact that there are states where you
Without it.
you got to leave your state to get it.
I remember back probably about 10 years ago, I had people, my family that lived in Georgia would have to come cross state lines
Really?
to come get it.
Isn't that
Yep,
crazy?
back in the day.
Yeah. Were they on horse and buggy then? Or
Yeah, I think so.
Cars?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
Our biggest accounts in every state that borders non-Yuengling states is like the first stop that sells it over the border. People advertise it like last stop for Yuengling.
It's such a wild world that
We're lucky.
We are lucky,
Yeah.
and we should celebrate that because there are people who come from everywhere to Bike Week, right?
Right.
We hear from people who listen to this radio station. We're coming down from Bike Week. I never thought about some of those people might be having their fair share of Yuengling.
Was it
Maybe
next year?
the first time?
About 150,000 people, I think, is the last estimate
That's
I
a
heard.
lot of people.
Yeah, that's a crap ton of people.
Yeah. By the way, let's go to traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have a traffic guy. All right, never mind. So you guys are going to be out a bunch. We'll talk about some of the places we can find some icy cold Yuengling. You can find it everywhere, but if you can find the promo girls and get yourself
Some swag.
Yeah. Because right now my hand's getting cold. What if I had a koozie right now? Well, we might be able to tell you where you can get one. It's coming up more on the Morning Hog Brew Review on 95.7 The Hog. 95.7 The Hog, the Morning Hog. It's Morning Hog Happy Hour. That means it's Friday. It's Bike Week. We're in it. SR Parade is everywhere. And so are our friends Josh and our Yuengling Angels who have brought us free beer today. Free beer. You guys are not charging for this, right?
That's the first time I've been called an angel, by the way.
Trust me, it'll happen more.
And I'm sending an invoice as well.
I honestly thought that's what it was because the Flight brand, of course, has the angel wings on it, as I call them.
Nice.
That's a beer angel.
Love it.
Now, we have just cracked open what, Josh? Oh, I know this guy.
Yuengling traditional lager, man.
That's right. It's the right thing to do. And it's Bike Week. Why? What else are you going to drink? Nothing. This is it. Yuengling. Just go
I'm with
Yuengling
you.
wall to wall. Now, if I'm on Main Street, let's say, and I'm like, I'm kind of thirsty. I need to find a Yuengling. Where can I find it?
Well, about everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let Clyde talk about some of the specifics over there.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we're definitely on Main Street from A1A all the way out to that other Princeton, I think is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And so we're in all of those bars. However, you'll find our marketing, if you will, on the stages at Boot Hill on Main Street, Boot Hill, US 1, Iron Horse, US 1, and then we're in Dirty Harry's, Full Moon, all of that stuff as well, and then all the way up to Cruisin'.
You're
So
not kidding.
the
It's
whole
everywhere.
block.
I was going to say that's the whole block at that point, you know?
Yeah. If you can't
Yeah.
find a Yuengling, you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, Main Street Station too. We're there.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
part of that. So,
Yep.
And then if I want to go off the beaten path,
if you want to go off the beaten path, we have a really cool setup at Cackleberry, the campground at Cackleberry.
Yeah.
Okay.
The entire tent is like home away from home for Yuengling folks, which is cool.
There's always some cool stuff going on
Really?
down
Yeah.
there, too.
okay,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things to see. You want to clear up some space on your phone when you go up to Cackleberry, for sure.
100%.
Yeah, you want to talk about angels?
Yeah, right. Of course.
There you go.
He's talking about bikes, probably. So for the uninitiated, what makes this beer so awesome? Because it is a mainstay.
Yeah, so Yuengling is synonymous with traditional lager, right? I mean, that's who we are. It's the majority of our business. It's a beautiful amber lager beer, easy to drink. It goes down nice.
Tons of flavor, too, man.
Big flavor, but it doesn't weigh you down, right? It's just a great beer. Goes well with food, goes well by itself. It's a wonderful thing.
What's food?
Food.
Oh,
yeah. So this is a food group.
Yeah, I
right?
remember.
So
Yeah.
we're calling
there.
there.
Liquid.
Yeah, that's right. Well, during Bike Week, I forget about food sometimes, and kids don't do it. You got to get it. You got to get it right. Everybody practice moderation and get your food in the mix. Maybe a water.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of days ahead of us. So
And I mean, when you talk about Yuengling, you got to always talk about America's oldest brewery, right?
right.
You know, been around forever. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yep. 1829 is when we started.
That's wild.
Yep.
Imagine what Bike Week was like in 1829. Probably a little subtle. You know,
Yeah.
it's probably low key.
Yeah, and one of the facts that is not quite as known is that we're still family owned and family operated.
Yeah.
which
That's
is
wild.
great. You know,
Yeah.
for being such a mainstay as a company. It's
Right.
pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
that's pretty rare nowadays.
I've seen these promo teams, these Yuengling promo teams. They are ready. Their energy level is on.
Love it.
And they're going to be running around
Oh, yeah.
the next 10 days, right? So,
Yep. Yeah, we'll have a team Main Street. We'll have a team US 1.
Right.
So it's going to be great times.
It seems like during Bike Week, people want free stuff sometimes, and this is a chance at least to get some free stuff if you find them. You know, go to these places that they mentioned. And,
Yeah,
some
we
swag
actually
for you.
we actually made some custom bandanas. So,
Whoa.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Collector's item
Does it
right
have
there.
Josh's face on it?
It should.
They do. They do.
Oh, good. Oh, wow. I gotta-
Nobody wants them anymore.
That's why they're giving.
That's
a
why I'm on the
lifeline.
radio.
Yeah, believe me, the Riggs wristbands did not go over well either. So there's
Exactly.
plenty of those available out there too. So this is what Bike Week's all about. And again, don't forget there are states that can't get Yuengling. So celebrate it, Florida. You got one. You got the brewery.
That's right.
It's right over there, Tampa something. I don't know what direction I should be pointing in. All right, now where can we find this? Like in a store or something?
I think just about everywhere.
Yeah?
Yeah, we
Yeah?
are
Quite
in
frankly.
a lot of fine retailers all throughout this market. So,
Good. Good to hear.
Grocery, big box, independent, liquor stores, we're everywhere.
Or
which
you
is
can always
great.
check out our website. Easiest way to find it.
Josh is talking about srprod.com/beerfinder.
That would be it.
Where you find great beers like this. All right, gentlemen, let's hit the streets.
Yeah, I'm
Bike
ready.
Week.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Love it.
Let's
Cheers.
go ride. Cheers.
Cheers.